Capricorn, welcome back to Wandering Magic. These are going to be your November 2025 messages, and it's going to be for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So before we jump into the cards, I want to briefly mention that Mercury is in retrograde on November 9th to November 29th, which has a pre and post shadow period 2 weeks before and after those dates. And then Neptune is also retrograde in Pisces, which is going to be through December 10th. So just be mindful of that. Neptune is, if you're probably not familiar with it, and Pisces specifically, that is about dissolving illusions, confronting the truth, and actually that brings clarity. So it sounds good, right? But for you, Capricorn, as an earth sign, this is about redefining what success is and getting your goals back in order. So as a Capricorn, those things are your strengths. They're your strengths in basically you are a very goal-oriented sign. You are a go-getting sign. You're not typically like on the sidelines or ultra lazy in that regard. Now, if you are feeling like you are that and you are a Capricorn, that means you're off kilter and you need to fix that. But that's what I'll say for now. Definitely some layered messages here in conjunction with Neptune, and we'll jump right into it. For your Kipper message, you have high honor, message, and concern. What's interesting is there is a card that says message of concern, but then this is just message, and this is concern. The thing is, when these two cards touch, it basically means the same thing. Just stay with me for a moment. What I'm getting with this, there's a couple of things. One, if you are already in some type of certificate program, enrolled in school or anything like that, you may be like, is it like midterms or so in November, edging toward finals in a traditional school sense, and you may be concerned about whether you're going to pass or not. For some, if you are graduating, likewise, there might be something concerning you may or may not graduate. Not to say that you're not, it's just to say you're concerned, right? There's a difference. What you think and what actually is not always the same. For others of you, and if you're not in any of those things, you are figuring out your path and your future and what that would look like, and you're just not sure. I feel like you keep asking for signs. You keep asking for messages, and you think that you're not getting them, but you should be, especially in November with this whole Pisces happening in Neptune. This is your intuition being amplified, and the light, a spotlight being specifically on your goals and what you define as success. You also have honoring path here for your oracle message, which honoring path and high honor. You see like these synchronicities here? So with that also, this is like being recognized for something. So again, if we go back to the example of you being enrolled and not sure if you're going to finish or anything of that nature, I feel like this is a really good sign that you are being recognized for programs that you were enrolled in but you did succeed at. So I would say don't even worry about that. Water under the bridge, they're just anxieties, they're just concerns. But for others of you, you are seeking this path. You are seeking to look to the future and see where it is that you want to grow, where it is that you want to be. And I will say it would involve you graduating from something, even like getting a certificate, something about higher education. And I feel like your concern is wondering, because if you see like he's facing this way, he's wondering how he's going to get there. I feel like message might be you, like you're getting a message from someone telling you that you can't. Like basically someone saying that to you or texting that to you or something along those lines. Some kind of like discouragement. But you really shouldn't be concerned about what like external messages. Be more concerned with what's going on with you. How are you going to get here? How are you going to succeed? You might feel also that you're not sure what direction to go in, and that's okay. This is where research and things are involved, but just know it is going to involve more education, whatever that looks like for you. Now, if you already have, I don't know, a master's degree or something, maybe you're just like, okay, well, I just need to get a certification. Again, it's going to look different for everybody, but it could be as simple as a certification, even if you have a high school diploma. But regardless, it just has to take you, it's just going to be a bigger paper trail than what you already have. Like adding value to what you already have, basically. Okay, for your tarot messages, you have the Emperor, the Ace of Cups reversed, and the Chariot reversed. I don't know, Capricorn. I feel like I say this with love. I feel like you need to put your big girl pants on or your big boy pants on and really step up to the plate here. Because I feel like, I'm not trying to say that you're not independent. I'm not trying to say that you are slacking in any way, but it definitely feels like, okay, definitely feels like it's like you're frozen because you're not sure what direction to go in. And so it's like not moving at all. It's like, for me personally, when I get overwhelmed, sometimes I don't do anything. Like I just completely freeze in my tracks. But once I catch myself, which is very shortly after, then I just like, okay, I gotta move, I gotta do something, and I gotta start somewhere. So I just start. And so I guess that's my advice to you as well. You just have to get started. You just have to get, go for it. If you are graduating from a program that you are enrolled in or getting your certificate, maybe you feel like because there's no prospects lined up for the line of work that you want, maybe that's why you're feeling, this lack or this confusion, right? So it doesn't just have to be that you're just, essentially what I'm trying to say is, if you are not sure what to do with your life, right? If you feel like you're not getting answers, I feel like you need to be careful with the things that you're saying to yourself, because it feels like there's a lack of, I'm like hesitating because I'm trying to say this nicely and I'm trying not to be like offensive, but it is what it is. If this isn't you, it isn't you. But I feel like there's a moment of like tough love that's about to come out. But I feel like you need to value yourself. You need to know your self-worth. You need to say, I am good enough. I can do this. I don't know how it's going to get done, but I'm going to do it. You have to really grab the bull by the horns and just go for the thing. Go for the goal. Because the ladder, the other side of this is no movement at all, not doing a thing, just willy-nilly doing what? Nothing. And so that's a problem. That's a problem. And here's the thing, you're going to fix it in November because of the natural zodiac or astrology that's happening in your zodiac sign, right? That whole reevaluating your goals. setting yourself on the right career path, not knowing what career path you want to take perhaps, or not knowing if the thing is going to work out, but also being comfortable in the unknown. Mercury retrograde is asking you to revisit the things from the past that you essentially let go of at one point or another. Okay? Queen of Pentacles says, I may not have the funds right now, or maybe you're just not feeling stable right now. Do you also feel like you have commitment issues? All these things might be coming into place, but it's really not as bewildering as you think with the Seven of Cups in reverse. You might feel a little bit off, but it's not really as off as you think. I feel like you are, I'm sorry to say, you're making mountains out of molehills, and it doesn't have to be this much. Literally, the Page of Wands says start somewhere, anywhere. Somebody start moving right now. There could be a Cancer or an Aries connected to you, or one of those has answers. Just want to throw that out there because I see those two signs here. But definitely just get started somewhere. You don't have to know it all. Also, I'm getting, stop comparing yourself to others and where they are. That's their journey in their life, and where you are is just where you are, and that's the end of the story. Your angel message is recovery. So what are you recovering from? Maybe those pessimistic thoughts, and we're hanging on to optimism, right? We're being very optimistic. This is what you need to focus on. Look at that person. Happier than a lamb. And look at that. Begin again with your fairy message. Oh, look at the little girl. I had these cards for a while, and I've never seen this one, I don't think, or at least it's been a while. Most of the fairies are adults, but that's a little girl. So tap into your dreams. What have you always wanted to do? And do that thing. Now hear me out. If you have a job and you like your job and you're okay with it, this is about finding things that make you happy in life, because there is an element of unhappiness going on here. So what is the thing that makes you happy? What makes you smile? What pulls this out? Right? And then look at this. What pulls the magic out of you? Okay? So begin again also says, dream a new dream, find a new path to follow. Hello? Just said that. Watch your sun, moon, and rising for any additional messages, and I'll see you next time.